Alright, we're getting much better at this too. Okay, ladies.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's all good.
Okay.
That's how fast it starts.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Yang.
Hi.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
We were talking about how we look the same, like glasses,
Yeah.
shirt.
Like we're adopted by the same white mom,
Yeah.
and then just dresses us the same way.
She just picked me up from India and then she picked you up
Right.
along the way home.
Just getting one of each kind. Just gotta get them all.
Doesn't Angelina Jolie have one of each now?
I forgot you did that. Yeah.
That was I thought it was a joke at first, and then I looked it up.
haven't seen pictures of them in a while. That could be us.
The only, yeah, I know, right? The only reason I know that is because Brad Pitt is doing that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
And
the
something in
Quentin
Hollywood.
Tarantino one.
Something in
Yeah.
Hollywood. That's why. That's when I just started like reading, and also she's gonna be in Avengers now.
What?
Angelina Jolie is gonna be like in the new Marvel movies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I only knew she was gonna be. There's a new Maleficent movie.
Yeah, I thought like she was only doing like one movie a year, but then like she signed to Marvel, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Well, oh shoot, what was her name? The girl who did the first Transformers movie.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, she only does one movie a year now.
Yeah. Oh, because like when you get to that certain point, you're probably like just so freaking rich.
Well,
Like,
no, it's
why?
because of her family and like how she was treated like at the beginning of her career.
Oh crap! Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because, like-
I thought it was like a fire thing, where it's like if you're a professional boxer, you don't want to box multiple times a year.
No.
Like Floyd Mayweather just goes like once every few years.
No, she just got burnt out and was like treated terribly from like by Michael Bay and everything. So like she wanted to
Oh,
get out of
really?
it. So she's just doing it basically for money. So she just signs on for one movie a year to like support her family.
Oh shit.
Yeah. She's pretty, and she's like, she was super like religious and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, I forgot.
How do you know that?
I don't know.
And then, that's all good.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like how. Well, because there's certain things that I have a lot of useless information.
Right. Yeah.
How do I know it? I don't know. It's just there.
Yeah, exactly. Might have been trivia or something.
Oh, that game on your phone, Trivia Crack or whatever. It's
Or no,
called?
just like bar trivia. Just
Oh
like-
yeah, that sounds about. Whenever I'm in bars, I'm just performing. Do you drink when you perform? That's a yes.
No, I
Yeah.
go back and forth.
Okay.
So like
even
there was
better.
a time where I had to drink
Wait, what? Why? Why'd you have to?
because I was like super nervous.
Oh, okay.
And then it got to the point where like I wasn't like clean enough, and not clean, but just like tight enough. It was like being too loose. And then I would stop drinking. I would just drink coffee to get my
okay.
mind going. And now it's just like I'm just trying to have fun, relax. And like usually there's friends there. I know more people on the scene, so I just have a beer, just like hang out with them, and then get on stage and just have fun now.
Oh yeah. I've recently started having fun.
Yeah. Oh man.
Isn't that weird, by the way? Like you don't have fun the first few, because first
No.
few times, like I'm just scared.
It's work. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I'm just scared.
Yeah. It's like a piano recital. Like your parents make you do it. But like,
I'm hearing flashbacks.
yeah. But yeah, just this year I've started being able to eat before shows.
Okay, I think I've only done that once, but like I have horrible like nervous shits before I get on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And if I eat anything, I'm just like, nope, won't be digested today.
Yeah, this is the recent thing, and it's so nice not having to like,
Yeah.
wait till like midnight to have dinner. It's
Yeah, because I get home and I eat after the shows too. And
Yeah.
by that point, it's so
and the only thing
late.
that's open is just like fast food.
Yeah, like it's not healthy meals. Like it's not like clean cut salmon and like
Right.
vegetables. No, like it's not that at all.
But yeah, it is nice to get to that point.
How strange is that? That like people often think that, because when you're on stage, I was told that like, wow, you have a lot of confidence. I was like, I do?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't.
Yeah. Well, like you.
I can fake it.
Yeah.
I can fake it really well, but in general, no, I'm just scared
Yeah.
shitless, literally.
I'm also at the point where like I can have a conversation with someone before I go on stage.
I used to not be able to do that either. Yeah.
No, it's just like, hey, 10 minutes beforehand, no one talk to me.
I don't check my phone. I don't check anything before I get on stage, and then after I get on, then that's fine. But
Right.
yeah, before, dude, I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I didn't want to answer texts. I didn't want to check. I didn't want to do anything.
Wow.
Because I was just that like, I just kept like repeating the thing in my head, like this is my set, and like I would repeat the beginning of it. Because my biggest fear was that I didn't want to forget my set while I was on stage.
Oh, okay. So like, that used to be a fear of mine, and then it happened, and I was like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
Exactly.
Now I don't care anymore.
It happened to me too, and I was like, Oh, that was it?
Yeah, I was just like, all right, well, the mindset is just like, there's gonna be so many more shows. Like, this
Exactly
is the
right.
one that makes or breaks you. So like, I'm getting up tomorrow anyway, so I'll just remember it then.
Yeah, I didn't. It's like, have you ever got booed off stage?
No.
I haven't got booed off stage either, but I'm always like anticipating it. But now I'm just like, eh.
You only get booed off stage if you're like content. From my experience, the only people I've seen get booed off stage is like, they're super offensive.
Yeah,
They're
I
going
don't.
out of their way to offend the audience.
Did you? That's true. Have you ever been to in Southfield? They had like a jingle show. They used to have it. It's canceled now because some guy got shot outside the. But regardless of the fact, we'll talk about that.
Oh, no.
That did actually happen. There was when you first start doing comedy, you don't get the high class rooms. So I performed out there like it was like a Wednesday open mic. I did there a few times like. And I remember it got canceled. Even when I was on stage there, like, I would be like on the microphone, except I would hear like glass breaking, and I would hear like people screaming, like in the parking lot and stuff. And I think finally what happened was the show broke up because some guy got shot outside. It wasn't from the comedy, but it was like around that area someone got shot, and like that whole strip mall got closed. And then like they just discontinued the whole thing.
The closest I've had to have that happen was in, there's a show at the Blue Moose Tavern at Farmington Hills.
I think I've been there before actually.
Yeah, someone pulled a gun on one of the performers.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cops had to come, a bunch of people got arrested. It was a blast.
were you on that show?
I was on that show. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, who got a gun pulled on him? Do I know him or do we know him?
I don't remember who. I know there was a lot of just like back and forth with the audience. Like, audience did not want to have a show happen, and then we were really reluctant to do it. Like, so there was like a corner for us to perform, but for some reason they put us in the middle of the room to perform, like to be closer to the audience, who did not want anything to do with us. So it was miserable for everyone.
Yeah, there's an advantage to when you're performing at comedy clubs is that people actually want you there.
And it's like,
it sounds underrated, right? But when you're first going out to bars and stuff, they're not there for you.
No.
They're there to drink.
Yeah.
When you're at a comedy club, they're there for you.
Yeah, it's always nice when there's like a comedy show happening and the people know about it.
Yeah. Because usually when you get to a bar, it's like, okay guys, it's a comedy show. They're like, really?
It's like, I thought it was Tuesdays.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like, oh my god, it's Tuesday already, god damn.
That's pretty much how it goes. We were talking about how, like, you've had crazy experiences, like, getting on stage recently.
Yes.
Because there's the infamous Mark Bonto show that Heather and I talked about. Everything that could have went wrong, like, went wrong.
But it was, like, for me. No one else.
Yeah.
It didn't happen wrong to
It didn't, like,
else.
nothing happened to me, and nothing happened to the last dude that went up. And then everyone in the middle had something.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like Shane had the comedian, like they were in the audience, like at Shane Dials, he had people come up to him while he was on stage.
Jokes.
He was like, hey, tell this joke, and he's like, okay.
Right.
And then I remember yours, Michael Jordan!
Yeah, and
Michael
he
Jordan!
charged the stage
He did.
because I said LeBron was better than Michael Jordan, which I don't believe, but I just wanted to make him mad at me.
Yep.
And he stormed the stage and like he just knocked himself out. He like slipped.
We wanted to stop him because it wasn't like a consistent, like it wasn't a smart heckle. He just kept shouting Michael Jordan every like 5 seconds when you were doing your thing, and then you were like, hey buddy, come on up here, and then beer in hand, charging, and then he just falls and boom.
Just like head down, just stormed at me.
Gosh.
Oh man, that was. And then like we don't stop the show.
No,
I'm still doing time while he's lying on the ground.
We all just kind of were like, that's all good. We were like, should we get him? Nobody picked him up.
No one
for
picked
like
him up.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
He was just on the floor, and we're like, so, like, I was talking to Mark, I was like, hey man, should I like help him? And he was like, I don't know. And then we're like, should someone like, because he just stayed on the floor.
Yeah.
Like he didn't get up.
I had to pick him up. I had to get off stage and pick him up.
And I think eventually his friends came by and they were like, oh, where is he? We're like, everywhere, the chairs that are like falling over, that's him. And then they dragged his ass out. We didn't see him again.
No.
But yeah, you kept going.
I had to.
He was just, because he was just on the floor. And I was like, what do you do in this situation? And Mark's like, oh, never happened to me.
You should know. This happens every show that happens that you put on. It does make you better. That's what I tell myself. It makes you better.
Like I often, like how I get through like tough times. Literally, is like if I can get through this, I'm gonna come out a stronger person.
Yeah.
That every time something like challenging shows up, like in your life or on stage, I just think to myself, if I get through this, I'm gonna come out stronger.
Yeah,
So that's how I get through things. I don't know how in the world you got through that experience, because I wouldn't know what to do.
I think I'm also in the mentality of like when I do Mark's shows, it's like I'm not
prepared for it.
Yeah, I'm just like I want to get out there. I want to say like not. There's just specific things I want to work on. Like I want to work on this bit and this bit and this bit, and also just like just be loose. It's not like I don't know. It's not like I'm at the castle or at the showcase. It's just have fun. Yeah.
If you're at the castle, you're not there to try material really. You're there to like impress, because Mark really watches everything, and he really does. Like, have you met him?
I have not.
He's a real. I thought he was fake.
Yeah.
Like I thought Mark really was like a made-up name just for like this franchise. He's a real human being. Like and when you meet him, like when I first met him, he's like, "Oh hey Pary."
Whoa.
I never met him before a day in my life. He was like, "Oh hey Pary." I'm like, "Okay, how?" But that's how I found out. I was like, "I don't think we've met before." He's like, "No, but I've seen you do your show." So I was like, "Oh, you really do watch everything."
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
He's like that. That's no joke. I thought he was like a made-up human being or something, but no, he's a real dude.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy too.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I heard like really nice things about him. Yeah, I've never met him. I met the guy at the showcase though. We hang out every week.
that must have been a party. Why is it? Have you noticed that like certain rooms invite different like audiences? Like sometimes like when I'm at a show, like if you're at like the Comedy Castle, no one's gonna go drunk and like go crazy and like throw shit, and it's a whole different atmosphere. But if you're at a bar, I've seen that to be like a whole different, like that's when anything can happen. You just don't know.
Well, have you done a late show at Ridley's, like the 9 o'clock show? Or the 10 o'clock show? I forget what time the late shows are. That's when they usually,
I have done, oh really? That's when
pre-game, the bachelorette parties are out then, so like it does get a little bit wild, but it's definitely still contained. It's still like a contained environment. Bar shows is just like
so just whatever goes down.
There definitely are people there who just are drinking and do not want comedy at all.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why that happens.
Well, keep in mind, he is better than I am. You've been going crazy with this. I'm trying to catch up to you. Let's put it that way.
How long have you been doing this?
2 years. Well, no, it'll be 3 years.
I've been doing it for 3 years.
Soon. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's way better than me. You've been going like crazy for 3 years.
I went nuts my first year.
I did not.
Yeah, I drove everywhere. I drove all the way to Grand Rapids for shows, Kalamazoo.
Where do you live?
I live in Milford right now, but I think during that time I lived in Ann Arbor.
Oh geez, so you really drove.
I drove everywhere. I was doing like shows every day for a year, and then
oh goodness, yeah.
And then I started taking it easy. Like I started learning like that's not necessary. It is good to do that, but like now there's like specific rooms I just do. Like I'm gonna use this room to try out this material. I'm gonna try to use this room to try out this material. So I just like have my rooms that I go to now. It's just like, I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, I should be hustling more, but I'm tired, man.
So I had this discussion with Bill Bouchard about it, and I asked him, like, is it more valuable to go to, like, because for me, for one, I am not capable of getting on stage more than twice a week.
Like, what does that mean?
I put so much energy and emphasis when I'm on stage, like my every like mental faculty is at 100%. Like I see everything, I smell everything, I hear everything, like everything, all the senses are heightened.
Okay.
So when I'm on that stage for like the 10 minutes, if I'm seeing for however long, right? Like, but like the next day, it's a crash. Like I'm exhausted. Like for me to do like 2 comedy shows like in a row, like back-to-back days, I'm done for like the next week.
Really?
I get that exhausted from it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I didn't do. Some people like what you did your first year. That's what many people do.
Yeah.
They just go up like 3-4 times a week. I tried that, and like by the 3rd time I got up, I was just so out of it. I couldn't do my set the way like. Because I don't want to go on stage and give them like a half-assed performance, because then I don't learn anything.
Gotcha.
Like every time I go up there, I want there to be some sort of learning curve. Like when I go on stage, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna test this joke, but I'm gonna tell it in a different order, or I'm going to behave differently, like use my hands when I'm talking, or like do something weird on stage. Like I'm going up there with a purpose to test something.
Okay.
So, but if I just go up there and I'm exhausted, I'm not testing anything. I'm not learning anything from my set.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, I mean, what I was saying earlier, like what I talked to Bill about was, is it more valuable to go to like comedy clubs and only go there like once a week, or go to like 4 bar shows a week? And that's why I said, I was like, I don't go up very often, but when I do go up, it's usually at like Ridley's,
right,
or like one night stands.
Okay.
Or it's usually at comedy clubs when I do. And then Bill was like, well, he's like, why are you doing that? And I was like, well, because then I cannot perform at the same like level that I would be if I went to like 4 shows in 1 week.
Okay.
And then he was like, well, then he's like, you should be doing that because otherwise you're just setting yourself up for success. And I'm like, isn't that what you should be doing anyway?
Yeah, why is it bad to set yourself up for success?
That's exactly what, after Bill and I had the conversation, he was like, hey, you know what, maybe you're actually doing it right.
What does that mean?
Because this is what he meant by that, was like, if you're not good at going up multiple times a week, he wanted you to practice doing that. Okay. So that you can do it in the future. Okay. It's just, I guess people go on stage for different reasons. Like in terms of like, sometimes you go on stage to test new material. Sometimes you go on stage to like do a showcase and it's like all stuff that you know works. So, but for me, every single time I go on stage, I just have like notes in my phone where it's like, do this differently, or like tell this joke like this. Like, I know what I'm doing before I get up there. Whereas some people, they'll just go up there to do their show, and then they'll leave and you ask them like, hey man, like how'd it go? They're like, it went well. And I was like, okay, but what? Like when Heather Coos was on here and she asked me like how did her set go at her own like room, I was like, you did fine, I've seen you do better, but I've seen you tell this joke like this and you didn't interact with it. I actually give critique. Okay. But if you just go up there to go up there, it's like, what are you learning? Yeah. I just wanted your opinion on that. I don't know.
Huh, that's interesting. Maybe I'm doing her.
No, I don't want you to think that, because I want someone to actually like oppose me. I'm not asking you to do this, but I want someone to oppose my viewpoint, because when I actually explain myself, like, these are people who are good at comedy, by the way. Like I talked to, like, Bill Bouchard is amazing at this, and he agrees with me. And then I guess so far, now you're thinking about it too. I do not know the proper method. There's no linear path to success here.
I think I'm understanding the set yourself up for success thing. Performing at a comedy club is so easy to get them to laugh. Yes. You just need some semblance of some setup punch, especially if the crowd's already warmed up.
Yeah, because they're looking to laugh.
Right.
They want to. Yeah, they want you to succeed. That's the difference.
The thing is, if you can get them to do that at a bar show, if you can get them to do that at like some crappy room, how much better is that gonna feel? Just like, wow, I just turned this crowd. It makes you feel so good, and then like your jokes will hit that much harder in like one night stands or Mark Ridley's or in our comedy showcase. Like,
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree. Yeah, because
this podcast is over.
yeah, this is it and done. Yeah. I think that you don't, because if half the audience is not paying attention to you, and half the audience is, it's like, just because you got the half that's paying attention, that doesn't mean that they just weren't like drinking, like, okay, like once you have like 5 shots, anything is funny. You know what I mean? But like when you're at like Mark Ridley's, like people aren't there to get like blackout drunk.
But remember that show we did at Mark Bonto's room? That guy was not laughing at me at all, even though he was heckling me the whole time.
Like the Michael Jordan dude?
Right, yeah.
But he was also like drinking like crazy. Like he literally tripped because he was like from walking, he drank so much. Right. Like I understand the logic, where it's like if you have an audience that's opposing you, if you can get them to laugh, then you can get an audience who's with you to just go crazy. Right. But why would you practice on an audience who doesn't want you there? Because the whole point of comedy clubs is like, that's where you go to get paid. Like that's where you go to get your name like out there. Right. So if you're only used to people who don't want to see you there, you're not going to do it the same way. In my opinion,
yeah.
I do not know.
No. I see what you're saying.
I'd rather practice in the environment that you're going to like showcase it, instead of practicing in the environment that you're not going to showcase it. Like when you get to a higher point in your career, you're not going to do bars. You're not. You're going to do comedy clubs. Right. So I'd rather practice in a comedy club where I will be long term.
So remember what you were saying. We've been doing it the same amount of time. Yeah. And you say that like you think I'm that much better than you are. Yes. It's because I'm going out and trying to get those people who aren't paying attention, those like shitty places.
Yeah, in your first year you did way more than that.
Yeah, and then once
way more.
it helps to like, when you do clubs, your audition process there, they want to see you at your best, what your new stuff is. When you're messing around with stuff, when you're writing new stuff, you have to do it in new rooms. You have to think of it as like a business kind of thing.
Yeah.
When you go do Ridley's or something, they pay you, and they're paying you for the good stuff you're doing.
Yeah.
You've been honing. So whenever you do like a bar show or something that doesn't really pay you, that's when you have to bring out the new stuff that you're working on. Because Mark really is paying you for that set that you saw you do.
Okay, I absolutely agree with you on there. Don't try new stuff.
You can, but like...
I advise you not to. Like, unless you're like that good where it's like they're just, you know.
Right, I like a lot of people do like, they'll start strong and then like in the middle throw some new stuff in.
That's what I do too, like once in a while.
Yeah,
like I get the, I would not,
basically stage time is just important regardless.
I wouldn't,
much as you can is
I
like
wouldn't turn
important.
down the opportunity if you have it. I just wouldn't, I just don't know if it's like, because I want to try new material on people who are listening to me. But I get what you're saying is like the most valuable part of it is just getting on stage.
Yep.
Like that trumps that's our time too.
Ooh.
We're actually a minute. Dang it, man. Yeah, we're actually a minute over too.
We could have done this forever.
Yeah, see, that's why we have people multiple times on the same podcast.
Ah, okay.
This is a strategy. That's how you got to do it. But do you have anything that you want to shout out to them, like Instagram or Facebook? His Instagram will be in the link below if you want to follow him.
Yeah, just go there. I run a bi-monthly show in Ann Arbor at a meadery called Blue Meadworks. Check that out if you're ever in Ann Arbor on Fridays at 7:30. And yeah, I'll be around. Just show up to any shitty bar and I'll be
Thank you guys for watching. Stay fresh.
Bye. Thank you.